Hi, I'm Gunnar Main.
And I'm Meredith Hunter.
And we're HSD TV7, a student-run news production team.
Gunnar and I are reporting to you from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, atop Prince Street parking garage, a photo favorite spot for our peers.
And with the ongoing coronavirus pandemic, many unprecedented changes have been brought on into our lives, including the recommended 6 feet social distance between individuals.
As teenagers and journalists, we won't let the pandemic stop us from telling our story and telling the story of our peers.
And we're really spreading out across the state of Pennsylvania. We have one team going over 57 miles away to Allentown.
We also have teams in Gettysburg and Lititz to bring you the teenage perspective.
It's been quite a cold winter season here in PA. Caring for stray animals is as important as ever.
Our Allentown reporters interviewed a teen animal shelter volunteer who is gaining as much from the experience as the animals she saves.
Many teenagers struggle with mental health. Megan copes with this with the help of Lehigh County Humane Society and these furry friends. For 2 years, Megan has been creating bonds with the pets that come and go through the shelter.
This is Eloise. She has cerebral hypoplasia. It's a neurological condition that causes them to be a little wobbly. She has it worse than some of the other cats I've seen with it.
You're going to be all full of cat hair.
According to Newport Academy, about 32% of American teenagers have an anxiety disorder. It is important to recognize Megan's perspective on social anxiety.
Because all my life I've loved animals, but mostly because I was diagnosed with severe social anxiety, and the animals help with it. Interacting with people, but under my own terms and surrounded by animals kind of helps it, and my therapist said it would help with it, and it actually has. I wouldn't be able to talk to you guys, say 2 years ago, if I hadn't started volunteering.
Megan isn't the only one that's seen progress. Her mom also gives up her free time to help out at the shelter.
Her anxiety level has come down. She goes by herself places now without having to be with me, which is a godsend because when you have a kid with anxiety, it's bad. You can't go anywhere without having them under feet. But we got her the help, and she's actually coming out of her shell, which is good.
Over her teenage years, these pets have changed Megan's perspective on her everyday life while also helping these animals find their homes. From HSD TV7, I'm Grace Monis.
Papaya screams.
Well, yeah, Papaya screams. He used to scream all the time.
Parents often think that they know what's best for their child. However, a key part of being a teenager is learning to take control of your own life.
In Gettysburg, one student is carving their own path regardless of what their parents think.
Here in Gettysburg, the backdrop of battlefields keeps history at the front of our minds. But at Gettysburg College, teenagers and young adults are proving that the future is just as important as the past.
History is rich with life lessons, and those who lived through it carry that wisdom. However, students like Brett Travis often feel invalidated by this.
I think a lot of older people don't respect the opinions of them because I don't think they have the intelligence or the wisdom, the time to fully manufacture their own opinions.
Teens might not have the experience of the older generation, but a younger perspective provides new ways to problem solve.
Someone tells you can't do something, you can probably figure out a way to do it.
Gettysburg College student Drew Walton faced a challenge familiar to many other students.
Probably picking my major. My parents didn't think that they thought it would be too much for me because I didn't have great grades in high school.
Do you do 2D yet?
And I took a computer science class and I really liked it. And I kind of signed up for a bunch more classes without telling my parents.
Ultimately, he believes he made the right decision, and his GPA agrees.
I feel like my parents, they have their way to do something, that's the way it's got to be done, but just being open to new ideas and your way might not always be the best way. Other people's input matters even if they are younger than you.
The past may be priceless, but yesterday's pearls of wisdom won't always solve the problems of today.
From Gettysburg College for HSD TV7, I'm Laura Claire Walker.
They have a T and a Y column in DYDT.
The local mall is a fantastic place for teenagers to hang out, shop, and work.
People may not realize the full impact teenagers have on the community around them.
Our Lidditz reporters found out how local teenagers affect life in their town.
Hello.
Hi. Can I get the balance table?
Absolutely.
In the bustling town of Lidditz, PA, there are many local businesses. These stores make up the very foundation of the vibrant community. Here at Lidditz Marketplace, teenagers' perspectives are being changed through the role of work.
Anya, who works at Zig's Bakery, and Jake, who works at Ula Bowl, are two examples of teenagers working in their hometown.
I've only been working here for like 4 or 5 months.
I've been here for about 7 months now.
Working as a teenager holds varying, unique perspectives, given that they are balancing their school and personal lives.
I'm not working very often. I'm only working twice a week. So I still do have plenty of time to go to classes and get stuff done, like at home.
So I'm definitely very busy. I work here on the weekends, usually both days, and then during the school week I have school and then I have track practice right after that.
This experience draws them closer to their community.
It's just nice having a lot of people who you kind of have like a little community with inside here. And like I know everyone kind of has their own story, and like hearing all those stories is really interesting for me. So we've always had this one guy who comes in and he brings us these little pop-up card things. They have like a little quote inside of them, and it's always really nice. It shows kind of that they care about us.
So yeah, I feel like it has kind of changed my perspective. Like I feel like I see people more individually now, which is like a really nice thing to see.
While working in Lidditz, these teenagers continue to have their lens of the world transformed.
Reporting from Lidditz, PA, this is Morgan Minnick from HSD TV7.
Got them ready for you right here. Have a great day.
From our crew here in Lancaster and across Pennsylvania,
Thank you for tuning in to HSD TV7.
Hello, welcome to the August edition of Hempfield Happenings. What you just witnessed was our school's entry into the Crazy Eights competition for the Student Television Network virtual national competition. Over President's Day weekend, our students took time out of their holiday to participate in a number of team and individual competitions right here in the high school. In the news competition, they had 8 hours to make an 8-minute news magazine show about teens. They chose 3 towns to report from across the state, and overall, I think their entry was a great success. Across from me in the studio, thanks to social distancing, are the 2 hosts of the program, Meredith Hunter and Gunnar Main. We're still masked because when we recorded this in the early summer, we were together in our enclosed studio. So Meredith and Gunnar, in a year like no other, what was STN like for you?
I think STN this year went surprisingly great. You know, being at home was a bummer, but we made it work to the best of our ability, and I had so much fun with the people that I got to work with.
Yeah, likewise. Really, it was truly a crazy experience. Even though with all the COVID protocols and precautions, we really made it work in the end. I'm actually really proud of everybody, and the memories I've made will serve me greatly, and it was really cool.
So what was it like with the news competition specifically? You two were our hosts. Was it crazy? Was it relaxing? What was it like?
It was kind of stressful because we were so spread out that we had to just keep that communication up so well. We were texting back and forth the entire time. I think our biggest problem was how cold it was, though. It was a pretty chilly day in February.
Mm-hmm. It was cold, and up in Allentown, it was right after that 3-foot snowstorm. It was really a lot of fun driving that van around the city. Mm-hmm. So thank you very much for your work. Well, our younger students competed in a similar film competition that same weekend, and coming up next is their entry.
For the longest time, I was doing okay. My grades were good, work was fine, I had a ton of friends, a loving family, and a pretty good life. Then everything changed when I heard the news. Of course, part of me knew it was coming. They would fight almost every night. I would lie in my bed and hear the screams and shouts, the cursing and the stomping. Sometimes it would get even worse. I could hear the distinct sound of ceramic plates shattering on the wood floor. My grades started to slip. I went from straight A's to D's and to F's. Needless to say, Mom and Dad weren't happy about that. I felt like I could snap any second. Nobody in the house seemed to get along anymore. The days began to run together. Wake up, go to school, come home, sleep, repeat, every day on an endless cycle. Things only got worse when Mom decided we were going to move out. I pleaded to stay nearby. That way I could see my friends still, but she insisted on looking for a place in New York. We were going to leave behind everything we ever knew, and Mom was okay with that, but I didn't have a choice in the matter. My life was about to change forever. I feel like I'm at my breaking point.
Everything's gonna be okay. You know that, right?
Yeah. Maybe she's right. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
The news segment and short film were all made by a large group of Hempfield students, but everyone also had their chance to showcase their talents in a specific area in media and video production. Ryan French and Dylan Risser competed in a contest called Action Sports Editing, where they took clips of a sporting event and had to edit the clips into an exciting montage. Here it is. Sabrina Lessons and Riley Wilton can regularly be seen on their weekly YouTube series called On the Road, which is currently found on our HSD TV7 YouTube channel. You should check that out, along with all our other films. Well, these two teamed up with Paige Gruber, who's there in the back, wave Paige, and Laura Claire, who's not with us. They teamed up for the movie trailer competition. So can you three explain what your contest was about and what you did?
Yeah, so we basically had, we're given like a title, and we had to make a movie trailer for this title. And we had, what, like 5 hours, I think it was, to do it. Our title was Phantom City.
Yep, so where we decided to go with it, essentially our film was about a girl who was trapped in the school, and every time she tried to get out, it would just put her right back in the school. So that's kind of where the movie trailer led to.
We had just a lot of freedom, I felt, with this one. We could have gone in really any direction with like an actual city, but we chose to go and think more, I guess, creatively and see the school more as the city in this situation than a city itself. So we tried to be creative with what we had and go from there.
And you did a great job, and thanks to all three of you for being here. You know, with social distancing, a little bit of a weird camera shot there. So Sabrina, thank you for poking up from the bottom. Let's go ahead and take a look at the movie trailer. Evan Byler was our lone solo competitor in the appropriately named individuals competitions. So Evan, you took part in an editing contest. Can you tell us what you had to do for that?
So yeah, we started out with a prompt on what this news story had to revolve around or focus on, and then we were given about 37 minutes of footage that we had to edit down and add our own voice on top of it to make a complete news story.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand how hard it is to take 37 minutes of footage and bring it down to 1 minute in such a short amount of time. I think you did a great job. Let's take a look at what you did.
Puppet up, go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Every year, more students take the Puppetry Arts elective at Millennium Middle School.
It's a fun thing to do. It's an activity. It's great for social skills. It's really great that they can actually talk and interact with each other. And of course, just be creative and have fun. They have their regular academic classes that they have to go to, so it's nice that they can come in here and have a little bit of a breather.
Miss Bland believes Puppetry Arts is more than child's play.
In theater, art imitates life and vice versa. They have to understand human qualities, human life, human issues and situations. So there's times where I am teaching them stage directions and body positions, but I'm also teaching them about human behavior in general.
By learning the social skills of puppets, students at Millennium Middle School can better understand their own. For Student Television Network, I'm Evan Byler reporting.
Meredith Hunter is back with Ben Weaver, and they worked with Gunnar Main and Ryan Webb on the personal vlog contest. So tell us what the contest was about and what you did.
Yeah, so it was about the top 5 things. That was our prompt. It was weird because that doesn't really fit into what I think of as a vlog. So what we ended up doing was top 5 things we wanted to do before we die, where we all 4 of us took one of the spots, and then we did a communal last spot.
Yeah, and so I think I did Be a Millionaire, Ryan did Go to Paris, Ben did Eat Copious Amounts of Cheese,
and
which was my favorite
Go
challenge.
skydiving.
Yeah, and then together we did Win the Personal Vlog Contest, which we did not do, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're pandering there, but it was a fun video. So
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and take a look at your entry.
My name is Meredith, and number 5 on the list is to be a millionaire.
My name is Ben, and the number 4 thing I want to do before I die is eat copious amounts of cheese.
My name's Ryan, and the number 3 thing I want to do before I die is go to Paris.
Bonjour, we're in Paris. Welcome to the Eiffel Tower.
I'm Gunnar, and number 2 on the list of things I want to do before I die is go skydiving.
By the way, I have a fear of heights.
We're HSE TV7, and number 1 on our list is winning personal vlog.
This is Kirsten Page, and they competed in the silent film category, which, as you imagine, forced them to complete a film with no sound. So can both of you tell us a little bit about the contest and your approach to your video?
So we obviously had the silent film category, and the prompt that we were given was don't lose your head. So we sort of did like a quick montage of someone realizing they woke up late and trying to get ready in an insanely fast time to meet up with their friend at the park.
Yeah, we had tried to think of ideas beforehand before going into it, and we did, but once we got there we ended up just scrapping them all. And we actually made a decision pretty quickly, but that's something that we don't do a lot.
Well, you did a great job. So here's their silent film, and obviously don't turn up your volume because you're not going to be missing anything. Elizabeth Williams and Abby Gingrich competed in the PSA competition. So what was your prompt and how did you approach your contest?
So our prompt was adopt a pet, and so we quickly called a ton of adoption agencies and a ton of pet stores to see who would let us come in and film some of their animals. And it was a lot of fun. It was kind of hard to get people to let us come into their adoption place, but it was really fun and we got it done.
The hardest part for this was we did do STN over President's Day, so everything was closed, so we did have to get over that barrier, but everything else was really easy.
All right, so let's take a look at what you did.
Neglect, hoarding, stabbing, burning, beating. According to the United States Humane Society, nearly 1 million pets are abused each year by unfit owners. But you can make a change. Shelters provide adoption opportunities for mistreated pets to have a loving home. By choosing to adopt, you are giving an innocent soul a new life.
Ava Campbell, Grace Monis, and Vince Wazotsky competed in the commercial competition. Vince, what was your contest like?
Yeah, so STN gave us some GoPros we could use to film our commercial. We were given the prompt for about 30 seconds. We had to film some B-roll and just advertise the new GoPro coming out. So we went to Lancaster City, got some cool shots of the city and some neat thrift stores in the city. So yeah.
And we want to thank GoPro because they actually donated that camera to us in our program. So let's take a look at the commercial they created. Xander Hughes and Larissa Schaefer round out our individual contests today, and they worked with Morgan Minnick on a music video. So tell us what your process was like and what you came up with.
All right, well, first we were given with choice between 3 songs. We listened through all of them, looked at the lyrics, and tried to decide which was the best one we can come up with, a story behind it. And we decided the first one was, quite frankly, was the best one. So we went with that. I knew I wanted to get a shot in the snow of my drums and the shot of Larissa singing in the snow, so we kind of had a thought beforehand of that, and so we decided to go with that.
Yeah, we just built off of each other's ideas, and we came up and we filmed shots that we thought would look cool with the music video and what went with the music, and it just went from there.
And in the end, I thought you did a terrific job, so good work.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for watching our special Hempfield Happenings. We'll be back next month with a tribute to our Context seniors. So until then, enjoy Xander, Morgan, and Larissa's music video. Have a great summer, and we hope you'll join us in September.
Quite frankly, I still love you.
I still love you.
I still do. It's clear to see.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you. Caroline.
There's a picture of you on my wall, and all Christmas cards and not up to date at all, but I keep it there in hopes we'll share another moment again. Although the edges are bent and frayed, it might be some damage, but my feelings won't fade, and that's why it's laid on my pinboard for so long. I guess I'll better bite the bullet and just throw it away, 'cause I'm wasting time romanticizing all you say, and I don't need one more thing to daydream about. Hate to burst my own bubble, but it's clear to see I need to pull the plug on my fantasy, 'cause we are not meant to be, quite frankly. I have a note you wrote me in my drawer, filled with curvy little letters that I still adore. We were in 4th grade, but the memory stayed intact. You drew a secret message on the back. Then for my eyes only a heart jam packed with an XOX and a name Guess I better bite the bullet and just throw it away. 'Cause I'm wasting time romanticizing all you say. And I don't need one more thing to daydream about. I hate to burst my own bubble, but it's clear to see I need to pull the plug on my fantasy. 'Cause we are not meant to be, quite frankly. Quite frankly, quite frankly, quite, whoa. Hate to burst my own bubble, but it's clear to see I need to pull the plug on my fantasy. 'Cause we are not meant to be, quite frankly.